Welcome back to another episode of Cupcakes and Consciousness. Today, I'm going to be doing a solo episode, and I wanted to share all things morning routines because for me, morning routines have completely transformed my life, have allowed me to be a better human, a better wife, a better business leader, just a better person overall. So I thought today I would kind of delve in to a little quickie episode here of what I do every morning that makes me just start my day off on the right foot. And I really just want to delve into this magical realm of what are morning routines. So today's episode, I'm going to be going through my 5 morning routines from drinking tons of water, staying hydrated, movement, so actually moving my body every day in some capacity, focusing on meditation and mindfulness practices, journaling, gratitude practices, also limiting screen time, which I know is like a huge thing for so many of us because our phones and our computers are so close to us all the time. So that's a really big part of it as well. And also fueling my body with a nutrient-dense, high-protein breakfast. That is absolutely huge because it sets the tone for my day. It sets my energy levels as well. So let's delve into this, and I can't wait to share some of my habits. So the first thing being hydration, so staying hydrated. For myself, I always keep a huge mason jar, which you can see here if you're watching me on YouTube right now. You can see this big mason jar with lemon water. I always keep that on my bedside table. So when I wake up in the morning, I am downing that beautiful lemon water. And lemon water is so fantastic for you. It helps to cleanse your liver. It helps to start the digestive process as well for the morning. So for me, staying hydrated is absolutely huge. And I also love, in our household here, we've kind of gotten away from any sort of like sodas or any sort of like sugary drinks whatsoever. And we love sparkling water, and we will add, lemons to it, limes to it, oranges. We'll add our own flavoring. So instead of even buying the sparkling water that has, those like lemon additives and orange additives, because a lot of those aren't natural, we like to actually add the real thing, and it tastes so great. It's not high in sugar and it keeps you hydrated. So that is number one, is staying hydrated and drinking lots of water. Something else before I jump into the next part that I wanted to mention was staying hydrated with water is so key, to actually add a little bit of Himalayan sea salt to your water, because it actually allows your body to absorb the water as opposed to just, peeing it out. So try adding a pinch of sea salt, not table salt, pinch of sea salt, Himalayan salt, Celtic sea salt into your water as well. And you'll actually find that you don't need to drink quite as much water because your body is actually absorbing all those beautiful nutrients in the water itself. Okay? So that's habit number one. Habit number two for me, which is a non-negotiable, is physical exercise. I try to work out or move my body in some capacity every single day. Some days are more intense than others, but every single day within 30 minutes of me getting up. And I find when I do that, I set the tone for my day, and I'm actually way more energized, way more revitalized for my day ahead, and I'm so much more focused in my work. I can communicate better. It's like absolutely everything hinges around my movement every day. So some mornings I will run on my treadmill in our basement, do some weights. We have a little weights and treadmill set up downstairs. Or, on days that I just want to, move a little bit slower, I'll just take our dog out for a hike around the block here. We have a beautiful nature trail really close to us. So it doesn't need to look like a high intensity workout. It's just some sort of movement every day. But I try to move my body for around 30 minutes every day, just to, get the blood flowing, break a sweat, get your heart rate going a little bit as well. So that is huge. And I've also kind of started delving into the power of actually weight training and stuff, and more resistance training and lifting weights, because in the past I was the type of person that would, go on the elliptical at the gym, or I would go on the treadmill at the gym and just, run for 20 minutes and then be done. But I've now started integrating a lot more resistance training and a lot more weight training as well into my daily routine. And, that could be 10-pound weights, it could be 30-pound weights, however my body is feeling is huge. And I also will just say that I always really try to listen to my body as well. If there's certain days where I am just absolutely exhausted from work or from life, whatever it is, I really listen to my body and I will slow down. So maybe I'll choose to do a yoga practice instead of running on the treadmill or, lifting weights. So just really listening to your body through movement as well, which is so huge. The next habit, which I love, which I'm a huge proponent of, is meditation, or any sort of mindfulness practice for that matter. For myself, I'm going to share my personal routines here. Every morning, I focus on mostly a transcendental meditation practice. It's a very cool style of meditation where you actually go and train under someone who has been taught the proper way how to do it. And they give you a mantra to repeat in your head. And you're not supposed to say it out loud. So my mantra, I'm repeating it in my head constantly, so that that's the only thing that I am thinking of while I am meditating. And it really helps to maybe prevent any sort of thoughts, feelings, fears, whatever worries that come into my mind. It helps me to just release them, and it allows my meditation practice to be absolutely beautiful. So something that I would recommend, if you're just starting out in a mindfulness or meditation practice, is just sit with yourself. Even sit on your couch, sit, on the edge of your bed, wherever you're comfortable, and just sit there with your eyes closed and your hands in your lap, and just breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your nose, and allow yourself to just feel the air going through your nostrils and going out your nostrils, and just be very present with yourself and really try to focus on that. And even set a timer for 5 minutes and just see if you can sit there for 5 minutes and see how you feel. You can also, do a mindfulness practice as well. Even when you're out for a walk in the morning, you can just, look at the trees and look at your beautiful surroundings, and just try to be present and bring yourself back down to the present moment. Because as we all know, it's so easy to get caught up in the craziness of life and your to-do list, and oh my gosh, I forgot this and I need to do this. And it's very easy to spiral out of control in that way, right? So if we can just bring ourselves back to the present moment, realign, reset ourselves so that we can be our best versions for the next day, for that present day, that's the most beautiful gift that you can give yourself and everyone around you. Okay, so that is absolutely huge for me. And I also notice too that if maybe some days, maybe I don't have the most present meditation experience, or maybe I have to cut it short for some reason, I notice my stress levels and my anxiety levels go up as a result. So for me, I really try to focus on having a purposeful and just an intentional meditation practice every single day. The fourth habit, which I know so many of us can relate to, is limiting our screen time. Gosh, can we all just say that we are so inundated 24/7 with our phones, with our computers, with, our smart TVs and all of this technology around us, that it's so easy to wake up in the morning and just grab your phone and jump on Instagram or jump on your emails, or, send somebody a text message, whatever it looks like for you. Really try to limit your screen time in the morning. I have actually just put in on my phone, it's actually a setting on iPhone, so if you are an iPhone user, you can try this too, that I've actually limited my screen time from a certain time in the evening until a certain time in the morning. So when my screen time is limited, all of my apps go dark, so I don't even have the temptation to actually use them. And if you do click on the app, it'll say, you've reached your limit today, and you can choose to ignore it, or you can just say, okay, cool, and not actually go on to the app. And that has been such a crazy eye-opening experience for me to even realize and to become aware of how often I've gone to go and grab my phone and, check my emails or check our Instagram messages on Kelly's Bake Shop, or like whatever it looks like. But being, again, very mindful and very intentional, because if you are the type of person that is grabbing your phone, I'm guilty of it, that's grabbing your phone first thing in the morning, you're instantly going right back into, okay, I got to go into my to-do list. I have to look at what I need to do for the day. You're being controlled by the outside world, as opposed to starting your day on the right foot, as opposed to starting your day intentionally and you owning your day. You don't want other people to own your day. You want to have that intentionality and that purpose behind your day. So I honestly can't recommend it enough, you guys. Just limit your screen time, even if that means that you have to leave your phone charging in another room, which I do as well too. Because you don't need to have it in your bedroom. It's also good to not have it with EMFs and radiation and all that stuff that comes off of our devices as well, especially while you're sleeping. So try to limit it and let me know what you think. Let me know how it goes for you, for sure. And my fifth habit of the day that is totally non-negotiable for me is having a nutrient-dense, wholesome breakfast of some kind. So for me, that might, look like a smoothie, might look like some sort of protein with berries and like a beautiful maybe oatmeal with some peanut butter, and like just really being intentional about my breakfast. Because I notice that on days that I am not intentional about it, I notice by like maybe around 11 or 12, I'm starting to feel that slump and starting to feel, anxiety creeping up in me, and those just like unsettled sort of feelings. And I notice on days where I do have a great breakfast, I am more focused, I'm able to communicate clearer, and I just have a better day overall for myself and for everyone else around me, for sure. So those are my 5 habits that I choose to do every single day. I would love to hear about what habits you guys choose to do every single day as well. I also recently created this amazing free ebook as well, which kind of delves into some of these habits a little bit more. And if you want to learn some more about it, you can go to erinnweatherby.com, and it's Erinn with 2 N's, and you can sign up and you can be a part of my community and get my free ebook, which is just a great resource as well. So, I really hope maybe you've gotten a couple little nuggets from our quick chat here, and I hope that you're able to implement, 1 or 2, or maybe you're doing all these things already, which is so fantastic, and maybe it's just a great reminder. But I just thought that with the new year quickly approaching and, the holiday season when all of our routines can get all out of whack because we're so busy with friends and family and all this stuff leading up to the end of the year, I wanted to put some intention into your life and allow you to just be the best that you can be at the end of 2023 and then going into 2024. So thank you so much for tuning in today. And if you have a moment, I would so greatly appreciate it. Kelly and I would so greatly appreciate it if you could leave a review for us, if you could subscribe to our podcast too, and just let us know what you think. It honestly makes such a huge difference for us. If you're watching us on YouTube, please press the like button and please subscribe to our podcast as well. And that's about it. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll chat soon.